Okay, I have a different type of booster pack opening or starter pack opening. I went and got a starter pack of from the Life TCG collectible cards, where they create cards that are designed for, animals, like learning about them. There's not really like from what I understand, it's not really like a card game associated with them, but they do make these kind of like treatable collecting cards that you can learn about little animals here and there. This one is the special edition for mammals, starter edition. They've had one for aviary, if I understand it. They've partnered with the World WWF to be able to, and basically the worldwide. Oh my gosh, that's embarrassing. I'm trying to get the thing to open up so I can get it right. Yeah, they're gonna with the WWF UK, an environmental charity, to be able to create donations based on the type of boxes that have been sold to donate for wildlife research, education, awareness, and restoration. Um, so let's get into it. I remember seeing like an ad for it, and I was like, "Ooh, that's really really cool." So I finally just sat down. I was like, "You know what? Let me go ahead and get it." So I have here. It's got the sticker to prove seal. All right. So we're gonna take off this. I was so excited to get this because I do love the idea of animals, obviously, and I love the idea of doing something like this that does help to support the conservation efforts around the world. Oh my goodness, I don't want to break the box. But I might. Okay, I got it. Okay, got it with minimal damage to the box. Okay. Alright, so here's the first one with a narwhal on it. It's paper too. I like the fact that it's made of paper. I've always disliked the kind of sheen metallic plastic that comes with other boosters. This one is not that. So if you want to go conservative, if you want to go conservation, you gotta go all out, go all in kind of thing. All right, so we've got a black squirrel. Fact, they have 4 front teeth that never stop growing throughout their lives. We got a gray wolf. Fact, once a wolf has found a mate, they usually stay together for life. The bobcat. Each night, bobcats travel along the habitual route from 3 to 11 kilometers long. Make sure I try to center this. The red kangaroo. Fact, they can leap 8 meters in a single jump. That's honestly wild. We have the beaver. The secret, a goo that smells like vanilla. I didn't know that. That's really cool. Gervais beaked whale. I've never heard of that. It looks like a dolphin. Fact, they can remain submerged for up to an hour before coming up to breathe. Wow. The yak. As far as I understand it too, all the artwork is human made. Fact, yaks can survive temperatures as low as -40 degrees. Doesn't say which negative it is. I'm going to go with Celsius and say that that's nasty. The blue whale. Fun fact, their tongues alone can weigh as much as an elephant. Their hearts as much as a car. Ooh. Our heart as a car? Are you kidding? Okay, I'm sold. I'm set. Alpine ibex. Fact, they are very good at climbing trees. These are the ones that are like mountain goats, aren't they? They climb mountains. They also climb trees, it turns out. Okay. And we have the giraffe, reticulated giraffe. They spend most of their time feeding over 13 hours a day. I know some people who can compete, I feel like. And you'll notice each one has the weight that they have, the speed, lifespan, population that's left in the world. So it kind of showcases there's only 15,000 wild yaks in the world. There's only 100 Gervais beaked whales. it looks like. Over a million beavers, though. Over a million red kangaroos, 800,000 bobcats, 250,000 gray wolves, 250,000 black squirrels specifically. So it's a nice little kind of like awareness for that kind of thing. Though I want to put the Gervais, because that's crazy that there's only 100, a population of an estimated population of 100. Okay. This one is, oh my gosh, oh, paper is like where everyone needs to go, truly. Like recyclable paper, true, 100%. The beluga whale. We used to sing the baby beluga song in school. Fun fact, beluga whales do not chew their food. Instead, they swallow their prey whole. I think they have like really tiny teeth. Population 150,000. Sea otters. We love sea otters here. They like to juggle rocks. I actually knew that. I've seen it. It's one of my favorite things to see. European pine marten. 200,000 population estimated. Fact, they have been known to shun the hard work of building their own home and simply adopt squirrel drays and birds' nests instead. So honestly, I feel this. Like, if it's already built, why work hard to make my own? Yeah, they sound like they evict them, but no, what are you gonna do? Duck-billed platypus, 250,000 estimated. Fact, platypus's bills has thousands of cells that give it a sixth sense. They can detect electric fields generated by all living things. Interesting. Might have to go double check my electric field. Earth, population 1 in the universe. Fact, of all the mammals on Earth, 60% are livestock. 36% are humans, and only 4% are actually wild. A crazy estimate, to be sure. Oh, I played this Gibbon game. Remember for Earth Day last year, I did the Gibbon game, which was like heartbreaking. Population estimated currently at 30. 30, less than the Gervais beaked whale by a mile. They are endemic to Hainan Island at the South China Sea. I'll put that at rare at this point. Canadian lynx, estimated population 50,000. Fact, they can spot a mouse from 100 meters away. Okay. Stay away. The African lion, population about 20,000. Lions are the laziest of the big cats and can sleep for 16 to 20 hours a day. I think my cat can compete with that, actually, honestly. Polar bear, 30,000 estimated left in the wild. Fact, they can sniff out a seal on ice up to 20 miles away. All right, we need to talk about these sniffers because clearly we have something to learn from that. The mountain lion, also known as the puma, cougar, or panther. They hold the record for having the most nicknames. They have over 40 nicknames, and these are the only 3 that I actually know. What is everybody calling the mountain lion? Truly, like, what are you all calling the mountain lion? All right. Orcas, yes. 50,000 population estimate. Fact, orcas cannot completely go to sleep. They sleep with just half of their brain at any one time. Crazy town. Oh, this is different from the other giraffe. Okay, so giraffe only needs 5 to 30 minutes of sleep a day. So for those of you that like to do all-nighters, this is your spirit animal. Porcupine. A fact, they have approximately 30,000 quills. Oh, I love that. So pretty. They're dangerous, but they're pretty. African elephant. They are by far the world's largest land mammal. Manimal? The world's largest land mammal. Cozumel raccoon. Estimated population of only 300. Oh, wow. Crabs make up over 50% of their diet. Honestly, having been on the coast for living my life on the coastline, yes, I can see that 100%. Maned wolf. Okay, 25,000. Their long legs are an adaptation, allowing them to see above tall grass in which they often hunt. Oh, interesting. Oh, here's a foil. Oh, they give. Oh, that's right. They have foils too, like the foil alpine ibex, which is what we saw before. Good at climbing mountains. Baird's tapir, 5,000 in the wild. Fact: an adult tapir can eat as much as 75 pounds of food in a single day. I used to do that. Red panda, 10,000 in the wild. Their diet is 97% bamboo. Must be tasty. Tasmanian devil. Tasmanian devil delivers the strongest bite for its size of any mammal in the world. That's well, I can see. That would explain the Acme tunes. It was biting through walls, like totally biting through the walls. All right, we have a walrus. They can withstand freezing temperatures as low as 35 degrees Celsius. But they wear their coats so well. Oh, here's another red fox. Art. They can hear a mouse squeak from 100 meters away. There's foxes near where I live, and they're so chill. I'm not even sure I've ever seen them hunt, but they're so chill. Rat. Fact: a group of rats is called a mischief, which does feel appropriate. Oh, excuse me. Humpback whale, estimated population of 84,000. Fact: humpback whale songs are audible up to 20 miles away. Whale song is so... Can you imagine Dory? Thank you. 20 miles away? That's crazy. Chipmunk. Fact: one chipmunk can gather 150 acorns a day. It's a wonder that, like, nature can actually grow sometimes with these little creatures. The Amur leopard. There's only 100 in the world. In summer, the hairs of its coat are 2.5 centimeters long, but in the winter, they are replaced by 7-centimeter long fur. That's a lot. The African wild dog, 6,500 in the wild. Fact: packs have an 80% success rate when hunting thanks to the high levels of communication. They hunt better than lions. I learned that from the Kraft brothers. Kit fox, so cute. 75,000 estimated. Fact: they are the smallest species of fox in North America. Here's the African wild dog again. We had another one. And here's another wild yak. So there is our rare, not just rare card, but literally rare in the world. The Amur leopard there. This is like what collecting cards should feel like. I used to collect a whole bunch of stuff, like you'd collect like Pogs, or you'd collect, like little cards here and there, and you'd hold on to them. I love like these little fact cards, like the Sailor Moon trading cards or whatever, like the Twilight. They just like made cards like with like little facts or snippets of things that you had. Yeah, I like that. I'm a fan of that kind of collecting. Let's see. Ground pangolin, which you cannot attack. They're protected by law. They do not have teeth. Instead, they have long, sticky tongues that they use to catch insects. Should have one around the house. The meerkat, estimated 500,000. They are immune to venom. They are able to handle bites from some types of venomous snakes. That's what gives them the vibrato. Black bear. The fact. They hibernate from October to April. They do not eat, drink, urinate, or defecate, and they drop their heart rate to 821 beats per minute. And that's how they survive that long hibernation. One of one, Oceania. Oceania is the only place in the world that is home to monotremes, mammals that lay eggs, like the duckbill platypus. Bottlenose dolphin, everyone's favorite dolphin, or one of them anyway. They developed individualized whistles to communicate information. So basically, each dolphin has its own voice print. Can you imagine if there's like, like Jay Farrow's like an imitating comedian? Can you imagine a dolphin that imitates other dolphins just to make fun of other dolphins? Okay, it's enough. Illipica. 1,000 in the world. They live in holes between rocks at an altitude of up to 4,000 meters. I'm going to put that as like over here. That's pretty rare. The Canadian lynx. I think we have that one before. The wolverine, 30,000 in the wild. They have a keen sense of smell that can detect a dead animal 20 feet under the snow. And that's how we protect our Earth. This art is so cute. The Amazonian manatee, 20,000 in the world. Throughout the day, they can eat up to 8% of their body weight. And if you've seen a manatee, they are massive. That is a lot of food. I've seen the ones in Florida that are just chonkers. Oh, but they're so cute. The okapi, estimated population 5,000. Okapis emit low-frequency sounds beyond the range of human hearing, allowing a secret channel of communication. That's what we developed. All right, only 5,000, and then the pika only is 1,000. So there's our rare animal. All right, here's the next one. Rabbit. Estimated, oh, I'm so sorry, I hit the camera. Estimated population, millions. Rabbits perform an athletic leap known as a binky when they're happy. I grew up with rabbits. Binkies are fun to watch, but if you get kicked by one, it's fun also to watch in pain. The zebra. Zebras bunch together, which colorblind predators confuse for the patterns of grass. And that's how they stay camouflaged while still being black and white. Sperm whale. They have the biggest brain on Earth. And that's a lot of thinking. Mountains cover roughly 25% of Europe. Forests cover 40%, and yet over 15% of the mammals are at risk of extinction. Something to keep in mind is like we really kind of like how much impact we do have, even in places where it seems like they should be safe. Like an awareness level that sometimes we like to kind of keep in the back of our heads, but I think every so often does need to come to the forefront, The brown-headed spider monkey, 250 in population. The spider monkey doesn't have opposable thumbs. That is our rare. Here's the Cosimo raccoon again. Here's a narwhal. The narwhal's tusk is actually the front left tooth that protrudes from its upper lip. It's a big unshaven tooth. Dentist at its best. Here's the maned wolf again, the Canadian lynx again. Oh, the Utah prairie dog. Their vocabulary is more advanced than any other animal language that has been decoded. The fact that we decoded any of it is wild to me. And this is sad. The rare, so the cards themselves are representative of the amount of animals in the world. So for example, so there's 250 brown-headed spider monkeys. That means there's only 250 cards of this type. There's only 1,000 illipicas. There's only 100 amu leopards, I believe, is what they've tried to kind of do with the trading cards. It's like while you're trying to collect these, also collecting them becomes very difficult, just sometimes due to the nature of the extinction rate or the endangered list rate. Humans have come quite a bit in trying to get conservation efforts underway, but obviously, as you can see the world right now, there could be more done to protect Earth. Reindeer. Some caribou migrate up to 3,000 miles in a year, more than any other land mammal. Bobcat. Each night, bobcats travel. Oh, we had the bobcat. It wasn't the first. They travel 3 to 11 kilometers each night. Here's our red kangaroo again. Aardvark. Aardvark is the first word in the English dictionary. How we got to that point, I don't even know. Someone just like looked at the aardvark and was just like, you know what, aardvark. I can't think of any other word that goes ahead of it. The Bengal tiger, 3,500 left in the wild. It's been said that the tiger urine smells like buttered popcorn. I don't know if I want to test that theory. I'm good with leaving that alone. Hippopotamus. Fact, they can hold their breath underwater for up to 5 minutes. Basically, they can go after a Navy SEAL. Here's our foilie. The manatee, 13,000 in population. The only known predator to the manatee is humans. They're big cows. They're just big cows. Imagine going up to a cow and kicking it in the face. That's ultimately what manatees like kind of endure, is like from people, from boats, from going in. I was kayaking in Florida years ago, and manatees were like everywhere, just kind of like coming up to the boat. They would tap the boat. You could capsize. Like that's how, like, even just bumping into the boat was just that little kind of tap that they give is like enough to make the boat almost flip over, or the kayak I should say. So yeah, they're just sleepy moving cows underwater, and yet without any like protections in place for like their environment, they just get hit and killed. There's the blue whale again, and here's the alpine ibex. All right, the Bengal tiger is going to take the top place for rare cards here. We have, I think, 3 more packs. The American bison. If you haven't seen a bison in person, huge. Freaking huge. Okay, and fast. If you haven't seen that like video of the guy running from was it buffalo or bison? I can't remember. If it was bison, it's the same. But if it was buffalo, just as like bad. But like these creatures be moving. They move. They don't play. Fact, when its tail hangs down, the bison is usually calm. If the tail is standing straight up, watch out. As you can see here, they run up to and approximately 40 miles an hour. They don't play. They do not play. Ocelot. Mochi people of ancient Peru worshiped them and often depicted ocelots in their art. This ocelot drawing is actually quite pretty. I do like it. Wild boar, a big problem actually around the world and definitely in the United States. This animal spends as much as 12 hours per day sleeping in a nest constructed out of leaves. With the way that they run, sometimes it's hard to imagine that they sleep at all. European badger. Badgers eat hundreds of earthworms every night, and yet there's always enough earthworms. Crazy, right? Crazy, right? Like truly crazy, right? The Baikal seal, Russia. They live in Lake Baikal in Russia, the world's deepest lake. 100,000 population. I never even heard of some of these creatures. It's crazy. Hirola. They are the world's rarest antelope. 500 in population, estimated population worldwide. Wild water buffalo. My mother used to talk about these in the Philippines. Due to high outer temperature, water buffalo spend the majority of their day submerged in muddy waters. They gotta be cool. They gotta be cold. They gotta stay cool. I understand that, because as someone who gets over hot like all the time, and even winter, yeah, I get this. This is me. This fact and this animal is sometimes my spirit animal. 100%. Giant otter. 5,000 in the world. They have been known to take on some of the most feared Amazonian animals, such as the caiman, anacondas, and piranhas. Like, take on, like, come at me, bro. You can't do nothing to me. Here's the red panda again, and the Tasmanian devil again. All right, and the hirola is our rare animal for this group. Here it is, the brown bear. Brown bear. The largest predator still living on the continent of Europe. Can you imagine if we still had Kodiaks? Oh my gosh, no thank you. The chimpanzee. Fact, they are one of the few animals that are known to use tools. Hippopotamus, killing it with the underwater. The Alaskan moose. Every winter, moose shed their antlers and then grow a new pair in the spring. In our Discord server, I actually posted a video of a rare sighting where a drone was actually able to pick up the moment a moose shed its antlers, and I had never seen it before. It was such a surreal sight. They just shook their head and they came right off and it went away. I was like, yo, what? And like they're heavy. They're so heavy. I've picked up antlers. They're heavy, and they're gone. I was like, ooh. I would feel relief. Can you imagine like dropping off that much weight off your head and then be like, prance, finally, I don't feel the weight on my shoulders. Truly, that's what it looked like. Black panther. They are not a separate species, simply a black variety of a leopard or jaguar. So it's not a new, it's just a leopard or jaguar that happens to be black. Here's our sea otter, or alternate art card of the sea otter that likes to juggle rocks. That's what they look like. So they have the art cards, and then you have like these like kind of like one of pictures kind of things. Ooh, what? I don't know. I've never heard of this creature. Dugong. The dugong, 900 pounds, 15 miles per hour. They live 70 years. There's 30,000 in the wild. That's dugong. He's like a sea dog. That's like the look my dog gives me when he's eating. Their diet consists entirely of seagrass. Dugong. Oh my gosh, it's so crazy. Here's the wolverine again, the Amazonian manatee again, and the water buffalo. Who's our rare for this section? I think our rarest was... it's the black panther. It's the jaguar. There's only 1,000 in population, estimated population. And our last one here for Life TCG Special Edition Mammals. The northern elephant seal. A successful male is able to impregnate up to 50 females in one season. Y'all walking the bars trying to find whatever's. The northern elephant seals got you beat. Oof. 50 in a season. Them's numbers. Them's numbers, guys. I'll tap it over here. The springbuck. Sorry. Two pages. The springbuck. I don't know how to say it. The springbuck. Okay, that's how I'm just going. That just have the deal. That's how I was going to say at the top. I've said bok choy that way my whole life, so springbuck is what we've got. Okay. Springbucks do not need to drink water. They can get all the water they need from their food. So they can, but they're like, no, I'm good, yeah. Arctic fox. I saw this rendition of the Arctic fox was so cute. Their fur changes colors depending on the season. This one kind of looks like it's just like an unevolved ninetales. The European hare. They like to box each other in the month of March, which is mating season. So nothing says good mating like a bunny UFC fight. The Bornean orangutan. The word orangutan comes from the Malay words orang hutan, meaning human of the forest. This does feel very majestic, honestly. This picture really does encapsulate like the idea of like approach at your leisure, you know, kind of thing. Truly, the orangutan just kind of comes off as the have you things to say to me? Say it. Otherwise, don't waste my time. Spirit bear is a real creature, estimated 250 in population. They hibernate for up to 7 months without food. This is, I think, the special card that comes with this particular pack is the Spirit Bear, which is why I got this pack. They also have a big booster box. I just got the starter set. And then the Pygmy Sloth, only 100. Oh, this is rarer than the other one. So Pygmy Sloth is only 100 in population. Fact, they are the world's slowest mammal. Dash. Here's the reticulated giraffe again, and the Baird's tapir, and cheetah. There's our last new creature of the video. Sarah the cheetah ran 100 meters in 5.95 seconds. So this is our rare. These are our rare for the top 3 actually, and then everything else sits on top of that. All right, and that is our Life TCG booster pack opening. Designed mostly to just be a way to learn about different mammals, while also being able to support organizations that support conservation, restoration, and education for the environment and all of that. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for joining me today for it, and till next time, have a great one.